40% of all greenhouse gas emissions come from buildings. Thousands, millions of buildings around the world. But you can already find office buildings whose carbon emissions are zero.
Fully electric, fully digital, connected, sustainable.
This building uses 10 times less than the average European building.
When we're in natural ventilation mode, this entire building consumes as much energy as a typical American suburban home.
Can they become the new normal?
That milestone is not too far in the distant future.
This is not something that you cannot have, it's something that is replicable.
This is the way that we need collectively change the world and change the real estate industry.
The future of the net zero office starts with the IntenCity building by Schneider Electric. Schneider Electric is a global leader in digital energy solutions and automation, driving towards an all-electric, all-digital world. The most sustainable corporation in the world designed this new building to be sustainable, resilient, hyper-efficient, and people-centric.
IntenCity, the best sustainable building of the world. It has been built with an amazing commitment from all the real estate industry, starting by the design firm, the general contractor and the operator who committed together with Schneider Electric to achieve and to deliver the best sustainable building of the world. IntenCity building, it's not only our building, it's also the way that we want to demonstrate to the market how we can manage, impact the climate change through new technology, new renewable energy, providing a new best-in-class smart building.
In IntenCity, we are extremely ambitious in terms of energy consumption. We are targeting 37 kilowatt hours per square meters. This is absolutely unique worldwide. We have designed the whole projects and now we are running the whole building to reach these 37 kilowatt hours per square meters. We reach that with a combination. First, the exceptional architectures. This building, as you can see, is very long, but is quite narrow, allowing that we have sunlight in all the offices. The second, of course, is the passive insulation. But the key are the Schneider Electric technologies, the active energy management that we've been implementing here.
IntenCity is a powerhouse, and not just of innovation, but in a literal sense.
The age of fire is dead. Nothing is burned in this building. All energy is provided by renewable energy. We use solar panel, wind turbine, heat pump. This building has enough renewable energy to power 200 homes. But the best news is that we consume only what we need. So we have the capability to stock energy, to consume and produce only the energy that we need in the real time, and we can also deliver energy outside the building to the other. We have in all these buildings sensors to capture the data and to understand how the people are living in the building. So by combining and capturing the data, you are able to manage, in one hand, the tenant experience, the user experience, and on the other hand, the energy needs to deliver the services.
Okay, here we are in an open space where approximately 45 tenants can work. You can see the whole energy management solution by Schneider Electric. You can see the sensors on the top. You can see the CO2 sensors here. The heating and ventilation is done through these panels that you see on the roof. Within it circulate water, either hot or cold, and it's an excellent way to ensure the climate regulation. In a place where there is nobody, we shouldn't have any electricity consumption. For example, if you have an open space where you have, 40 people working, you can have, at the end of the open space, 10 people working. At the other hand, you have empty space. And only that part of the open space where those 10 people will be working will be heated, will be lighted, will be ventilated. Here what you see on these big glasses, these big fixed windows, it's a Saint-Gobain technology. The glasses can go dark automatically. At Intensity, we've connected that with the building management system and with the brain of the building. And for example, in winter, when it's cold outside and there is sunshine, then we will let the light in. And at the opposite, as today in summer, when we want to keep cool inside, then the glasses will automatically turn dark. It illustrates the openness of our technology that can be connected with other products or solutions at the service of the energy management in the building. All these scattered information come together to the algorithm, the building management system, which is the intelligence, and is confronting it with the data coming from externally. And then the algorithm can predict whether we should produce heat or we should produce cold water or hot water, or whether we use the electricity produced by the solar panel or we give it to the grid. The fact that the building is big and there is a one intelligence is also a big asset.
The Unisphere, a new building of United Therapeutics in Maryland, couples net zero energy performance with the ability to communicate it to its users. Schneider Electric designed and equipped the Unisphere's energy management system with digitally connected, sustainable solutions.
What you see here is a real-time visualization of the energy performance of the building. The animation of the light indicates the energy status of the building. So when you see the lights gently projecting both inside of the circle and outside of the circle, that indicates that we have an energy surplus. And in instances where we are producing less energy than the building is consuming, so we have an energy deficit, the lights only project inside of the circle. The Unisphere is the largest commercial site net zero energy building in the United States. The mission of the Unisphere, I think, really aligns with the mission of United Therapeutics. We're focused on saving lives, on improving the quality of life of people with pulmonary disease. And so we had this really clear mission to minimize our impact on the environment and also to show how far we could push the envelope of sustainability and of technology. More so than any project we've ever worked on, we were focused on building controls and understanding building data. Schneider was one of the early partners that we brought to the team to help us do that. Without that focus on building controls and systems integration, I do not think that we would have successfully achieved that goal of building a net zero energy building.
One novel thing that we did on this project was we advanced the integration of the building systems to the beginning of our construction phase. Typically and historically, we would see this happen later in design, and it's sort of the tying together all of the different systems. But we knew that on Unisphere, it was critical that all of these systems talk to each other and respond correctly. And so we made that a priority early in construction, brought Schneider Electric in to integrate all of these systems. And what was very successful was that allowed us to do a mock-up to test different conditions and ensure that these systems really worked how they were intended to when the building became operational. It needed to be net zero energy. all energy needed to be created on site. That means that there's solar panels on the roof, on the south facade, and on the roof of the parking garage.
The building itself is actually designed to naturally ventilate whenever possible. So that means when environmental conditions allow, exterior windows open up, draw fresh outside air in through the office space and then into the central atrium. Hot air rises and so is exhausted out of the top of the atrium. And so when we're in natural ventilation mode, which is about 25% of the year, this entire building, which is about 210,000 gross square feet, consumes as much energy as a typical American suburban home.
The building also needs to tell its story. So there are interactive displays throughout the inside of the building that tell you how the building is operating, if it's mechanically heated or cooled, or if it's in natural ventilation mode. There are displays and infographics that tell you little vignettes of active and passive strategies that are saving energy.
What you see right now is, again, a real-time visualization of energy data. The height of this bar represents how much energy is being produced. The height of this bar represents how much energy is being consumed. If I want to do a deeper dive, I swipe up and I see these major buckets of consumption: heating, cooling, electrical outlets, and lighting. We also gamified the data, so you can go into what-if mode, and you can play around with different variables and see how that impacts the performance of the building. So, for example, time of day is an easy one. If you go to 11 p.m. when there's no sun, the solar generation goes away. If you change the time of year, say you go to December, the heating load increases. For those people that really want to do a deeper dive and understand what's happening behind the scenes, you can spend a little bit of time here. But if you just want to go about your regular day and understand that we have a net zero situation right now, you can do that and go on your merry way to your office.
But what about the costs of designing and building for sustainability?
It's something that is replicable. We believe that it's really affordable, and the investment to have that quality of energy consumption is really a small part of the total investment. So it's really affordable, and the technology is here.
Sustainable buildings are a reality today, and they will make our world more sustainable for the future.
We have an obligation to start addressing the performance of buildings now and not 30 years from now. And so I believe that this trend is something that we need to step up to the challenge of and really start treating as a baseline expectation for all of our buildings.
We believe that we are going in the right direction, that nobody would like to go backwards. So I think that in 20 years from now, it will be impossible to imagine as we were before. And there is no doubt about the change and the direction.
Sustainability must be part of the vision and the strategy of the company. And to link the user, the tenant experience, the tenant habit to the overall story of the company. And in Schneider Electric, sustainability is part of our DNA. Now we need to act. And to act, it's important to have role model. And everybody in the company, whatever you are living, working, you need to be an actor in the sustainability.